Good afternoon. This is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, doing my follow-up Friday. So I have a diorama card I'm going to show. You see, I still didn't get that cleaned up. I'm so sorry. I look back and think, oh my goodness sakes, I'm in trouble here. Clean your room or you can't leave. I need to turn around and clean. Anyhow, I have a diorama card to show you. And then I also have a card using the Hats Off stamp set, which I think is a really fun stamp set. So for our Kismet class, hi Cindy. For our Kismet class, we did this hat. And I had one I have to make for somebody who had to run off a little early. So I'm going to make it with you today. So I will turn my camera around, which is my phone. I will turn that around. And we'll get started so you can go off and have a fish fry tonight. So here we go. Turn this. Ta-da, ta-da. So if you're joining me, thank you, thank you. If you are joining me later, let me know that too. I like to chat with you either now or later. Works good for me. What works good for you? Okay, so I had said the diorama card. So here's my card. Ta-da. And so I used my diorama dies, which are so much fun. That way I use that on the little bear card. And then I use this Seascape stamp set. And Seascape stamp set has these really cool dies that you can get bundled with it. So the stamps are different than the dies, right? The dies are all, so even if you didn't have the stamp set, you would have all these cool dies. So here it is. Here's my little diorama card. I'll bring it up a little closer. Ta-da, ta-da. And so this paper, I wanted paper that looked like water. And because I didn't want to stamp it and do more. I wanted something that looked like water. So I ended up using this paper that came from the Beauty of the Earth paper. So here's one side, Beauty of the Earth. And it's the fall paper that's in the beginning of the book. It has beautiful, beautiful, and it's supposed to be like sky, but doesn't it look like water? I'm using it as water. So I needed that blue and I wanted it variegated. And so I decided then this big piece that I cut out of the designer paper, I glued in the back. So you're not wasting any paper. I just glued it in the back and now I have this cool little piece left from what I cut out there. And so I need to figure something out. But also I thought, if you're making clouds or anything like that, where you do a little bit of brushing, some of these odd, smaller sizes would be fun for that, to do like a cloud line. If you know, just to use it a different way. So there you go. There's my diorama card. And I think these dies are so cool because they have all these little cutouts. So even the coral is all kind of, you see all the little cutouts. They're sort of fun. So there we go. And what else is better or best? I use my adhesive back sequence with no holes for my bubbles on the fish, just to give it a little sparkle. So kind of fun on that. So that is my diorama card. So, and here is the card that we did in class for Kismet. And here's the stamp set, and then it has these cool dies. So there's more dies than this, but we did the hat, and what I think is so cool is, look at, the hat cuts out and it has all this stitching. And that's so neat. I just love that. And this paper, again, this is from the Pattern Party. It's in the as a hostess item. Did I say it before? If I said it once, I said it 100 times. That is the best deal. I just think it's such a great deal in the catalog, is that Pattern Party. Look for that. Become a hostess. At 150, you're a hostess, and you can get that paper. It is totally cool. So what I did on this particular card, I'm going to move it aside. So here's what they got. Our little packet in class. Oop, there's all the little black matte dots. They had this already cut for the happy birthday. All this stuff cut. But this is the cool part. So I have this paper, and I think, to me, it kind of reminds me of the stitching on the baseball, right? So I have it, and I'm going to put this over here. But I wanted it at an angle to add more interest. So what I did was, the top here of the corner is going to hit the edge of the cardstock, And then I turned this so that the bottom corner met the edge of the cardstock, and I just kind of eyeballed it to get it kind of even. So when you're putting on your adhesive, you want to make sure that you don't glue on these points, because I'll show you what we're going to do with that. Let me just pull this. So you kind of just go like straight down from here. There we go. Just like that. Ta-da. And you can add more if you need it, but this is how it went. So top corner, bottom corner, and then I just wiggled it until I got it where I wanted it. Ta-da. So you get that nice diagonal pattern on there. And then you have these pieces with a nice animal print on the back. But you're going to cut these off. Remember, I did not put any adhesive on, so that simplified my life. And those pieces are going to go inside your card, because why would we waste any? This paper is so cute. So it gives you an interesting look on the front and a cool, interesting thing on the inside. So I'll show you. See that? Ta-da. So fun. So you're not wasting one tiny bit of paper, of DSP. So I have that done there. Here's this. I'm going to set that aside. And before I glue these down, of course, I am going to stamp, because if I make a mistake, I can turn it over. And I don't want to not use my DSP. So here we go. We are using Pacific Point. I think I used that the other day too. It must be the color of the summer. Color of the summer. Here we go. And this nice, it says, here's to the next adventure. So you could use this. I mean, it could be a graduation card. What could be a Father's Day card. Here we go. And it also had some nice little stars. So I put in a couple of stars here. Ta-da, ta-da. Just to zip it up a little bit. And now I can go ahead and glue these down so I don't lose them or bend them or have them go somewhere else. So there we go. I'm going to put that there. And I just thought, oh, this paper is so cute. I don't want to waste one little bit of it. And so this is what I decided to do. So you just kind of, there we go, all the way down. Little bit of adhesive. There. Pretty simple. And then I can go ahead and put that on my black mat here. I did get a little dot there. I'll have to use my eraser. I have some sand erasers. When I get a little spot, I have a sand eraser that, you know, you can just buy at anywhere at like a Staples or something like that. I'll show you what I have here. This is what I use. So look what I did. But I have this sand eraser. It's sand and pencil. I use the white erasers. Remember when I get a new stamp set, I use the white pearl erasers on them. So when I get a little something like this, if you just go over it a little bit, if it's slight, you know, it can't be like I wouldn't take a star off. Or I could put another star there. There we go. And it just came up, takes that away. Ta-da, brand new. Now it's like new. So here we go. Whoops. I'm throwing things around. Here. Go ahead and glue this down. We've had kind of a crazy day here, so I'm happy to be on here. I was so afraid I was going to miss it and forget, because my day isn't normal today, and so I was just like, I was going to set my alarm, but I got it together enough that I'm going to just glue this piece down here. I knew what I was going to do, and I knew what I wanted to share with you, so we did have a plan for today, unlike the Wednesdays, but there we go. There was a plan. So that's like that. And then this little piece of the Pacific Point, I did use dimensionals and pop that up. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to get my loose pieces out of the way here so that I don't have to worry about them. And then I will stamp the hat and color it. And I'm going to put some right here too. Ta-da! Just because I love dimensionals. So we'll take the backing off. We had a lot of people here for class this week, and for Kismet class, which is, Kismet was always like my favorite cards. So what I would do when I have that class live here, and I would ask people, you know, what do you need? So this month we had a sympathy card, we had a birthday card for a young boy, that's would be this one. We had a graduation card, and another birthday card. So a birthday card for a lady, birthday card for a child. And again, here, I'm just kind of looking at my points here to get that even. So it works out that it's kind of like that. There we go. Okay. And then our happy birthday is going to go on here. Let's hope that I get this straight. I'm going to try it. Let's see. Okay, so Pacific Point, my little happy birthday. This is from a different set. I think my happy birthday is from Sweet as a Peach. What's the peach set? It's from the peach set, actually, because I liked the font on it. So, and then I did put a little star in each corner. It goes together pretty easily since this is photopolymer. There, like that. Set that aside, and then this piece just gets glued right on the edge here, right down here. So I don't put any adhesive on the very ends because they're going to hang off the picture. I like that where it kind of goes out of the zone, out of the picture zone. So let's see here, there we go, just like that. Ta-da! Now it's ready. So I have this piece of white cardstock ready. I'm going to take Memento because I'm going to stamp it with Memento because I'm going to color it in with the blends. So, and I'm using a blend that, a color that I don't know if everybody is, you know, thinks about using. The gray granite is what I used. I thought it gave the hat a real soft look. So I'm just going to stamp this down, the outline here. Ta-da. And then there's all kinds of different verses, little tags that you can put on this hat. Really cute. But I chose Life is Great because I thought, what kid doesn't think life is great? Life is great. That's what we need to get a positive attitude. Here we go. I'm just going to put it right there, and that'll get cut out with a die. So perfect. Some people did turn this into a Father's Day card, so that was an option too. So my gray granite here, let's see these are the ones out of the bucket. So what I did is I have the combo, the light and the dark gray granite, and I went with the light gray granite, paintbrush in, because look at, I have a lot to do. So I just kind of went pretty fast here. I always go around my edges, all the lines. You don't have to take a whole lot of time here because this is a lot of area you're covering. And it looks like, you know, like you'll see some lines when you're coloring with these, but then when it dries, it'll be all solid. And the hat is kind of cool because see where this line stops? So it tells you exactly where to put whatever banner, whatever tag or patch you want to put on your hat. You can put that right there. So I just went really quick here around the corner, and this is with the light. I'm going to be coming back with some more of this. So I did the light, and then I took the dark, and I went around the edges. So where the stitching would be, where the edge of the hat is, where you'd see a little bit of shadowing maybe. Here where it's darker. On this very edge I went with the dark, and just kind of around my corners here because I know that they're going to have stitching all along here. It looks really neat. Love the dies for this set. Kind of fun. There. Just like that. And then so that I don't have those just real direct lines, I'll put this here. I'm going to go back again with my light blend. So it's the same light gray granite. And I'm just going to go over it in circles here. I'm just blending some here. And when it's all dry, that definite line will kind of go away. And then you'll just have more of a shadow effect. I'm not going to worry about right in the center because that's where my patch is going to go. My little Life is Great thing. Ta-da! There we go. That is that. And I think I can cut this out with my little mighty cutter. So let me move that in here. Yep, that's the right. So let's move this stuff out of the way here. Sorry about that. I have lots of stuff here. Okay, there we go. Here's my mighty little cutter. And here's my hat. I like that gray. Doesn't it look like a soft felt hat? That's what I thought it looked like when boy, I almost dropped that, but I did a body catch. There we go. Okay. All right. So I'll put my little die on there. I'm going to move this over just a little. And here's the die for my patch that's going to go on top of the hat. There we go. Okay. I just carefully put this down, scrunch it, and run it through. Whoop. Now look, I moved that whole thing. So I'm going to pull that out. I have to make 2 runs. That's okay. So here's my hat, all cut out. Because I moved this, it's kind of slippery on the paper. So with the paper, and then I have this foam mat on here. I didn't do myself any favors for that. I'm going to put that on, hold it in place, and run it through. I love this little machine. It is handy dandy to have, I'm telling you. Even if you have the big one, I have the big one right here too, but when I have my little one, I just like to, it's just easier to pull over and use. There we go. Okay, so here's my hat. Here's I moved it a little bit, so you know what? I'm just going to trim this. That's okay to trim. I'm just going to trim it a little bit. I'm going to leave a little bit of the white because it usually has that. You know, it's sort of like the stitching around your, when you have a patch on something. There we go. Okay. And like I said, it tells me where to put my patch on. So I'm just going to add a little glue here. Put that right in the center where it says, ta-da, like that. And then I just glued this on. I already have it bumped up, so I didn't want to have another layer. But again, I like when it goes outside of the frame. And that's what this little hat did. Went outside the frame. I'm going to put some adhesive on here. And if you feel like it's not secure enough, you can go with a little, with one of our mini, what are these called? Dimensionals. Yeah, you can go with a mini dimensional and kind of sneak it under there. So here we go. I'm just going to pick this one up and sneak it under there. Just so when that's going in and out of the envelope or something like that, you're not going to catch it on there. So I needed a few little dots. So I used the black matte dots. I thought they looked kind of cool. So we'll put one up here. And then one on either side here. I'm going to put one over here and one at the top. There we go, like that. Ta-da! So there's my hat. Hats off. Hats off. Such a cute set. The dies are really adorable. Let's see if I can find the other one so you can see the rest of the dies here if I have it over here. Happy trails. Oh, here, hats off. So look, the other dies that come with this, besides the hat die, which has all the stitching on it, even stitching up here. I mean, it's just like so cute. So it has the stitching, but it also has dies for all of these little pieces. And then it has trees. It has like a lightning bolt, star, a buffalo, and a fish. So pretty cool that you could use somewhere else on there too. So the hats off bundle, take a look at that. I think it's a fun one. Here's our hats off. Ta-da! Happy birthday. It's a great one for a kid. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around. Ta-da. Maybe. Oops. I'm so unsure on this new, I never know where I'm grabbing it here with this new thing that I'm using. So that's it. All right. Hats off to you. Have a great weekend. It's hot and steamy here in Wisconsin. So stay cool. Way I can stay cool is stay inside. Do a little stamping. That's what I'm going to do. Take care. We'll see you for Talking on Tuesday at 2. If there's something you want to see, let me know. Otherwise, you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing the video. And have a good one. Signing off. Bye-bye.